Unfortunately, I sold my Tesla Model X. Planning on getting the Tesla Cybertruck. Psych. And if you're ever wondering, is there a shortage in EVs? There obviously is not. So if you're interested in finding out my bias reviews, trials, test drives, stay tuned. Wait, just because you saw this video, you're gonna go out and get any car that you want. What you want to do is you want to do some basic checking of the car. First, you want to do your research online. Go on any browser. So I have 3 websites that I like to go to. I like to go to cars.com. The second one is Car Gurus, and then Carfax. And then of course, the individual used car lot that you may know, or car lot that is close to your home. Finding out that car, which car you like. So let's go to cars.com. Usually what I do is I go to Cars for Sale, and then inside here, for the fun of it, let's look for a used Ford, and their EVs, they do have Mustang Mach-E. So you can put in there your max price if you have a budget, but let's say you have a budget of $45,000, and then you want to put in there the distance of where you're willing to travel. Sometimes when you go to all miles, your search capabilities are actually higher because now it's looking for cars across the country. I'm gonna search for everything, and right away you could see there are lots of cars that are available. I like to go to dealers. They can provide financing if you need it. Right now here, sort by, there's a best match. Usually what I like to go is I like to search it by the lowest price. We have a used 20,000, 21,000. Wow, that's actually cheaper than I thought. And then you want to look for that it has this free Carfax one owner report. So when you click on that, it opens up another tab, and you could see there's an accident report. So you don't want those cars, obviously. So you want cars that don't have a damage to them, and I'm wondering that's why these cars are probably a little bit on the cheaper side, because they have accidents on them. But on the far left, you can further your search. Let's say, for instance, you want to see the greatest deal, clean title, no accident reported, single owner. That's totally up to you, what kind of car, color, interior, and stuff like that. Me personally, I want to know the best deals. I want a clean title, and I want to see no accidents. So there it does a search again. If you notice, the prices now are a little bit different. This one is a 2021, nice price. Look at the mileage. The mileage is at 63,000 miles, which isn't bad. Please remember, these are EVs. There's no engine that you have to worry about, that once it hits 100,000, you know, things gonna start giving you problems. That's not necessarily true for EVs. Although, don't forget that EVs, they still have tires, they still have brakes, they still have shocks. When you start getting close to 100,000 miles, tires, the shocks, the regular wear and tear, you're gonna have to, you know, think about, just like in any cars. Anyway, so let's look at this Carfax report. No damages, owner only, which is great. It's probably the most important right here, that Carfax has a guarantee. None of these title problems were reported. So what I would do is I would hit save there. You can come back to this car again later. But let's take a look at the car. So it's a nice color. I personally like lighter colors. If it gets dirty, it doesn't look as dirty as a darker car. So here, let's go through the pictures. Not a bad car. Nice interior. You could do a couple of things. Fill out this information that you're looking for a car. You get all sorts of crazy phone calls from multiple people from that dealership. I want to know where's the dealer. So there's the seller's info. You want to look for a place that you can easily go there, look at the car. You want to inspect the car. Then number two, you want to check out the car. Ford Mach-E X. Before we talk about this car, let's talk about what you're going to be looking for. You want to inspect the tires. EVs are naturally heavy. And what I normally do is I actually just stick my finger in there to see how much tire depth are in there. You want to inspect any major dings, craziness. I go a little bit further. I actually look at the seams, the spaces in between the doors, just to see if they're not aligned. This has to be the sportiest EV I've ever tested. The steering feel gives you that heavy Volkswagen, BMW feel. I went ahead and tested the 0 to 60. I was quite amazed. Steering feel is great. I like the feedback. I like the suspension system. It's very reactive. Unfortunately, this car has been discontinued. These seats, very sporty, very comfortable. The ride quality on the highway is very good. To me, this is a really nice contender for a used EV. Here's the charging port. No big deal. Kind of like it that it's in the front. This is a little weird. So you got that little wing there and you press the button. I think that's kind of cool in the back where you press it. Let's look at while we're out here, let's look at the frunk. You gotta do twice, it says twice. So the frunk is pretty good. It's got a good size frunk. That's it. The overall look is nice in the front. So you got your sensors. Tires are 245, 45, 20s with red brake calipers. You want to look underneath to make sure there's no damage, because if there's any damage underneath, there is damage to the battery. In the trunk, so we got a good trunk space, which is nice. Got a good area here. This is the only thing, the cover in the back. I thought that was a little weird, like it's just flailing. So you're putting groceries in the back and this thing is flailing in the wind. When you close it, actually works well. So let's see the inside, the interior area there for storage. Nice storage underneath there. So there you could see the infotainment system. I think the infotainment system is nice. Programmed my phone. This does have Sirius XM. And I pre-programmed everything in here. There's my home button. There's the navigation system. We're going to try the charging later. Then you could program to accommodate to you I thought this was nice also, that this emergency was right there. There's your roof. Steering wheel, your regular buttons, just like a regular car. I think this little screen here, I think is real nice. You just need to know the mileage, how fast you're going. The only thing I don't like, I can't imagine driving and trying to turn on the rear defroster. And then your unlock is there. Just open your windows, control your side mirrors, and then this. Want to see something cool? Is that cool or what? Look at that. That is very cool.